Hi, my name is Assad, and the purpose of today's video is to give you a taster of IT classes that we run at Regent Learning Center. Now, what we'll do first of all is, before we get into the class side of things, I wanted to just introduce the methodology I use behind the classes that I run. In that way, there's a standard structure towards each class. Now, let's take a look first at the methodology, shall we? So, just to clarify, for the purpose of this video, we're going to divide the video up into two aspects. Number one, the methodology, which you can see right here. Number two, a bit of a sample class by applying the methodology towards a certain topic, in this case, verification and validation. First of all, let's start off with the methodology, shall we? With regards to the methodology, I've kept it very simple but cliched. The methodology I use in this case, the abbreviation is ITOK. So let's take a look through that. I, introduction. Tips, for example, revision. Opportunity for exam techniques, always a key crucial aspect. And finally, knowledge. So let me go through each one now, shall I? Introduction. For every topic you do in IT, you need some sort of basic foundation, and the basic foundation you get is provided through an introduction for the particular topic. The topic itself, maybe when you apply the introduction to the topic, could be like definitions, basic definitions for, let's say in this case, what is verification and validation. Let's take a look at tips. There's always tips to do with certain topics, maybe not just of IT, but with regards to other subjects as well. In this case, tips, let's say revision, little revision techniques. Obviously, you'd have to apply them to, let's say, the topic, the exam board, and the particular situation and subject as well. Speaking of exam boards, exam techniques, always an opportunity to look into and emphasize on exam techniques, different on a topic by topic basis. Now, finally, this is one thing that I really like to emphasize across all subjects as well, not just for IT. When you have this concept of knowledge and then application, let me explain the two. Knowledge is what you have gained from the lessons, let's say with regards to, the teachers informing you of certain definitions, certain techniques, certain knowledge, etc. Effectively, all of that knowledge has to be applied onto what? Applied onto exam papers. And that's, at the end of the day, the bottom line. Because you can have all this knowledge, but you have to apply it towards, let's say, certain case studies, certain examination papers, etc. Okay? So now that we've gone through the methodology, so to speak, which is ITOK, what we're going to do now is let's apply it to this class. And the class topic is verification and validation. So, like I pretty much gave away previously, introduction. What would you look at for this topic when it comes to an introduction? Well, like I mentioned previously, definitions. Definitions such as, let's say, what is verification? What is validation? So what I've mentioned in this case is keywords. Verifying something means you're making sure, in IT terms, that the data you enter onto the computer is accurate. On the other hand, when you take a look at validating something, you're entering data onto a computer, but the data you enter has to be ensured that it is reasonable. So these are two types of systems: a verification system and a validation system. Both systems are designed to monitor and look into the data that the user enters. For example, it could be, let's say, on an online form, you're buying, let's say, something from Amazon, and you're signing up for the first time. So obviously, in the background, there's certain validation rules set up to make sure that the data you enter is either reasonable or accurate. So that's definitions in this case. So to summarize, verification is